Crypto Frog in the house. Ampleforth. AMPL. Again. Stop loss. None. When a project describes themselves in their Twitter bio as synthetic commodity money like Bitcoin, but with near perfect supply elasticity like fiat, yeah, stop loss, none. I am in the Ampleforth Geyser, paddling in the boiling hot water like a kid on his first trip to a water park. In other words, I'm not getting out until I'm told by my foster mama. Already made 6.22 AMPL estimated rewards per month, almost 93 AMPL. This is my second video on Ampleforth in a matter of days. I figured since so much time was taken up with you, with all the Geyser walkthrough in the first one, which I hope you found helpful by the way, I thought I'd focus more on the substance of why I think AMPL in the DeFi world is the one. Quickly, I swear, but a YouTube tutorial video told me if I don't verbalize it, y'all won't do it. Click subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated if you aren't. Trust me. To those who are already subscribers, look yourself in the mirror. What do you see? That's right, a legend. The Ampleforth team also describe themselves as kinda just money nerds. And even a cursory 5-minute long flick through their website will tell you just that. Or if you want a more in-depth analysis, go and listen to the team talking about Ampleforth on YouTube, but only after this video, you scoundrels. They will be much more eloquent and descriptive and knowledgeable. But let's be honest guys, it will be rather dry compared to this gravy. Gather the family round and enjoy this in full, then shoo away the wife and kids and enjoy the AMPL guys and girls nerd out in detail in their videos. You'll be super impressed. People have been asking me to put it as simply as possible on how the AMPL supply can be elastic. So the best way to point it out is to say that the supply is kind of like a living sentient being maintained by overwriting wallet balances by either decreasing or increasing amounts according to the demand. And as you may have noticed, there has been a lot of demand in recent days. In fact, a lot is probably an understatement. Curiously, the pampage really started after I put out my first AMPL video on June 28th, when the price for one AMPL was $1.19. Let's have a look how much it is now. Oh, as of the time of making this video, it's $2.31. And yes, I like my own videos. If I don't like them, who else is going to like them? Who are these two that gave me a thumbs down? Can't remember that Liam Neeson quote from Taken, otherwise I'd say that. Regardless, non-subscribers watching this beautiful video right now, this is why you should subscribe. Sub up. It may have more than 2x'd in just a few days, but I'm riding this Geyser like my life depends on it. Stakers receive rebase rewards. That happens once a day, plus 2 times to 3 times the AMPLs locked in the Geyser. No financial advice, but I think the next 81.7 days duration of the program, the Geyser, is going to be mind-meltingly awesome. Current market cap 167th. Let's go! Top 50 market cap minimum by early September. I can see AMPL eventually swallowing stablecoins whole. Imagine having even just the tiniest fraction of a percent of a project that does that. I am of the opinion that this is the start of a 3-month, 90-day pump from the Geyser. Market cap is going somewhere like that thing you see in the sky at night. Also, as I mentioned in my previous video, I see joining the Ampleforth Geyser as mining Bitcoin in 2011. Yes, I'm bullish. You may have guessed. It is a common misperception that AMPL is a stable coin. It is not, as evidenced by the price rise over the past few days. A stable coin is about removing volatility. Boring. boring. However, stablecoins can be used to pay for things or a place to take shelter in times of crazy volatility with other cryptocurrencies, which seems to happen quite a lot. A stablecoin is essentially a $1 bill in digital form. AMPL could eventually be used as a stablecoin. I stress eventually, but AMPL right now is most definitely not a stablecoin. If you have that in your head, shake it out of your head right now. Far from stopping volatility, AMPL allows volatility at this point. Movements from the base price target is the main thing that plays a part in the supply policy of the entire project. If you own, for example, 0.01% of the Ampleforth supply, you will always own that percentage amount, unless you sell, of course, and you'd have to prize these AMPL puppies out of my dying hands before I sell them. The earlier you get in, the better. Network percentage won't get much cheaper, nada. Financio, advicio. We are still so super early, guys and girls. The Geyser period is 90 days, and as you can see, more than 81.5 days remain. It's only been going for just over a week. Let's take a look and see what this AMPL blog says. I'm on the ampltalk.org site. This article by Brandon Niles. He says, the more liquidity you provide and for longer, the greater share of the AMPL pool you receive. Oh yeah, baby. The AMPL pool in the Geyser unlocks gradually over time and stakers receive share over the unlocked AMPL over time. End quote. Hence, the Frogster is staying in as long as pos. Also, this isn't official or anything, I must stress that very hard indeed, but I asked in the Telegram group what happens to the Geyser at the end of the 90-day period. Richie Hayek said, we have not said anything too publicly about the Geyser program, but we have discussed intensively internally and would like to extend this program into the foreseeable future. As I say on my Twitter page, tomorrow's crypto news today. Subscribe. What's the aim of the AMPL team in the short term? So it's going to be a speculative digital currency. AMPL have said this explicitly. Longer term, I believe it's going to go full Pac-Man on every stablecoin and is adopted by institutions because it gives them exactly what they crave. Liquidity. This website, Smith and Crown Intelligence, has a really nice breakdown of AMPL in detail, and I highly suggest you read it if you are still on the fence. I shall provide you with the link in the video description below. Another did you know that for y'all. Did y'all know that the devs and seed investors, the venture capitalists, those kind of folks, have a 4-year total freeze on their stake with 6-month thaws, meaning no whale dumping is happening in the short term at the least. I'm in the Geyser anyway. Geyser for life. APY 62.7%. Yes, please. You can already see the FOMO kicking in now. I believe it will continue to boil up and intensify. Added Brucey bonus for you lovely people. The higher it shoots up, holders in the Geyser, like me, will be far less inclined to sell. As selling, do you know what that means? That means no extra juicy daily rebases. And the higher the price goes, the juicier they are going to be. Here is probably the clearest example of how the way the rebase mechanism works incentivizes rapid expansion. In addition to that, the higher the price, the higher the yield. Boom. Oh, I can't stop looking at the Geyser. I think that's the first time I've ever said that. If you want to hold AMPL short term, probably not worth putting it in the Geyser in my honest opinion, but if you plan on holding like me, you'd be absolutely bonkers. That means insane for North American viewers not to utilize the Geyser. Say, for example, Ampleforth rebases at, say, 10-15%. Do you know what that is compounded over a year? And with the price rising, holy mackerel, get your calculator out. Shit. I saw this somewhere. I can't remember. If I quote or cite someone, I like to give them credit, but I just cannot remember who said it or where I read it. But if it's you, hit me up on Twitter DM and I'll throw you a credit in the video description because you nailed it, son. This person sums it up absolutely beautifully. AMPL has a place as a collateral building block for DeFi. The point is to reduce risk in DeFi contracts by providing a momentum-sensitive collateral instrument. DeFi cannot be taken seriously with widely fluctuating extreme interest rates. End quote. I could not have said it better myself. Sir, whoever you are, take a bow. If you are interested in learning more about Ampleforth and want to see my tutorial on how to use the AMPL Geyser, I will leave a link in the video description. Starts at around the 8-minute mark. It was my first ever tutorial on YouTube, so go easy, ladies and lads. Although I do explain it clearly, even if I messed it up. I messed it up myself, so you don't have to. This is what I do. I pay unnecessary ETH gas fees to make sure you guys and girls are satisfied. And if that doesn't deserve a subscribe, thumbs up and share, I don't know what else there is. And no one say giveaways in the comments. That ain't happening. I'm also on Publish 0x now as well. I make blogs for your viewing pleasure. Sign up, takes like 2 minutes of your time, and really you can find the best crypto news and my Shakespearean blog posts on there as well. Also, if you are a member and you see my Ampleforth blog at the top there, ready for Bitcoin 2.0, you can give it a thumbs up. The more thumbs up it gets, it might get on the front page. Look at this. Ampleforth at the top there, but mine isn't. Oh, but my RSR one's there, so yeah. It's top quality gravy, much like my videos. I shall leave a link for that below as well, ledges. My Twitter is CryptoFrog202. Do your own research on AMPL, Ampleforth, an adaptive money built on sound economics. I love it. I love the Geyser. I'm just going to refresh it one more time. I had 6.23 before. 6.24 for the win. Do your own research, guys. Stack the chat. Peace.